situations, really, both teams.
Coach, will using Bruce be situational?
Yeah, Bruce is ready now. He practiced full go last night, and he should be a little bit more involved this week, definitely.
Steve, you talked about Arkansas's passing game the last couple of years that you've seen. Do you see any similarities in what Petrino's doing these past couple of years with what you guys did at Florida in the 90s?
Oh, it's a little different, but it's still drop back, throw out of the pocket, mostly stuff. A few little out of the pocket type things, but they throw it down the field. They turn it loose, and that's how you make a bunch of yards. So, but he's got his own style of things. Everybody has their own little different styles and so forth.
Steve, you guys scored 54 against Kentucky, scored 28 in 2 games since. Just what is it with the offense, just kind of not being able to score consistently?
We've only scored about 2 touchdowns, I think 5 of the 8 games this year. I think we knew that, didn't we? The only games we scored more than 2. Now, we scored at least 2 in every game. The only games, I think we got 3 against Navy, and then the first 2, Navy, Kentucky, and East Carolina. Were the Georgia game, we really only scored 2 touchdowns. Offensively, got a bunch of them defensively and special teams. So, we've not gone up and down the field. We're still 4th in the conference somehow in offense. So, I guess you could just say there's a bunch of teams who've got a lot more problems than we have. We got a few problems, but everybody's got some problems, I guess.
Coach, for this season, you guys have been trailing every single game against Arkansas. I mean, despite the fact you guys have been resilient this year so far, when you've been behind against Arkansas, do you feel it's more important to really get that fast start against such a really good offense?
Well, I hope so. We always hope so, but you can't control exactly everything that happens. Arkansas has been slow starting. They were behind, 17-0 to Ole Miss, and 21-7, I think, at Vandy, and came back and have won. So if you get ahead of them, that doesn't mean anything, because they're such a good passing team, and they believe they can come back and win the game. So it'll probably be a down-to-the-wire ball game, like most of ours are. So you just keep playing and you hope to get ahead early and go from there, but you never know how it's going to work out.
Steve, your sacks are down. Your guys' sacks are down in the last 3 games. Is that a function of what other teams are doing to pay more attention to the ends, or not quite as good a play from the ends?
Yeah, we only had 1, I think, last game, and Coach Long said we did have good pressure, though, and I guess we had pretty good pressure. We forced him to throw it away 2 or 3 times when I think we were hanging on to him. Clowney seemed to be hanging on, but we need to get some sacks and consistent pressure on the quarterback. That's how you stop a good passing team, as we all know. So we gotta get our Russian shoes ready to go out there Saturday night.
Coach, on the long drive in the 3rd quarter, was that more of taking what the Tennessee defense gave you, or was there a certain strategy you used that you hope to make more long drives throughout the rest of the season?
Yeah, a little bit of that. Their coach admitted afterwards that their plan was to play coverage or a lot of soft 2 deep, 3 deep, and just see if we were patient enough to run the ball, I guess. And obviously after the interception and getting the ball back on the 2-yard line, it was time to see if we could actually run the ball up and down the field. So fortunately we made a bunch of 3rd downs, and Connor ran for 2 or 3 of them himself. So it was a good, fortunate drive for us there. That just appeared the best way to go at him. Obviously, after the interception.
Is this the best that DJ has played since he's been here?
DJ,
2 big
yeah, DJ's really come around these last 5 or 6 games. We struggled. A lot of guys struggled the first 2 games on defense, East Carolina and Georgia game. But fortunately, we got a bunch of turnovers, and we were. Now we've certainly tightened up and playing solid, good defense, and very good red zone defense. Obviously last week, and DJ's been a big part of that. DJ's really played well these last. We've played 8. The whole defense has really come together. Really, probably after the first 2 games.
Steve, when you look back at your passing game at Florida and compared to here, what's been the biggest difference? Is it offensive lineman or the quarterback, or just what's been? It
all goes together. It all goes together. It all goes with all 11 out there, and trying to get some good plays on at the right time, and this, that, and the other. And really, the defenses are better than they used to be. They are better now. We're not throwing the ball around very well, but a lot of other people are struggling even worse than we are. And so the defense, you got to tell them that the defenses are better in our league. I really believe they are, but we still should be throwing it around better. But we're not doing it all that well. But we're going to keep trying and see if we can make something happen.
Steve, a lot of quarterbacks take game manager as an insult, but Connor seems to embrace that part of the game. How well does he do those administrative things, and do you think being a coach's kid is one of the reasons that he does them so well?
Well, Connor's, he's a smart young man, and he's been around football his whole life. And I read the other day where he said he and his dad, they talk football a lot when they're talking, this, that, and the other. And he's such a good runner. Sometimes he may take off a little too quickly, but he's a good passer also. And we're trying to get him to throw a little bit more, but still run a bit, because he's a very good runner. But he's only played 3 full games now, and hopefully he's going to continue to get better as we go. He should.
You pointed out the defense has played better the last 6 games. What happened after the Georgia game? You and Coach Johnson sort of sit down with defense and tell them they absolutely had to play better, and they responded, or what exactly happened?
We've always look around a little bit what we could do better, and again, just eliminating maybe a lot of different coverages that we need to have. Maybe I think helped a little bit. That and the guys are just playing better. That, and but really simplifying, I think, is helped. I really do.
Steve, Alshon, a little frustrated that he didn't get some more balls maybe thrown his way against Tennessee. Was that the cover 2 that was doing that? And how do you get him more involved in the offense?
Yeah, we had a lot of them assigned towards him. In fact, the first one that hit the ground, Connor, he was firing at Alshon, but he got hit while he was throwing, and it hit the ground there. I think that was the first third down of the game. But everybody's frustrated. Everybody on the receivers, they catch balls all week. Heck, they want to catch them in games. And we're getting the game, and we're getting sacked, and nothing good's happening. And we throw one out there, and their DB sort of outfights one of our little guys for the ball, and they almost scored on it. Fortunately, Cody Gibson kept hustling down there and got him down on about the 3-yard line. And 2 plays later, we picked off a pass. So we've had some good fortune, no question about that. But I tell you what, we're going to keep throwing, but we're still going to keep trying to win the game. The object is not to see how many passing yards you can get or rushing yards. The object is to try to win the game. So that's what we have to try to do. And Alshon knows that. He knows that, and he knows we were struggling, and we were running the ball pretty well. So. The other guys, they like to get passes too, not just Alshon. We're not out here just to throw at Alshon. We're out here to try to win the game, and obviously throwing him is a big part of that.